All right, let's try it again. ערב של שושנים, נצא הבוסתן, מור בסמים ולבונה, לרגש מפתן. לילה יורד לאט, ורוח שושן נושבה, אבל השלח שיר הבית, זמר של אהבה. שההומה יונה, ראשך מלא טלים, פית של הבוקר שושנה, הקפתנו לי. לילה יורד לאט, ורוח שושן נושבה, אבל השלח שיר הבלצם של אהבה. לילה יורד לאט, ורוח שושן נושבה, אבל השלח שיר בלצם של אהבה. ערב של שושנים, נצא הבוסתן, מור בסמים ולבונה, לרגש מפתן. ערב של שושנים, נצא הבוסתן, מרתם ולבונה, לרגש מפתן. לילה יורד לאט, ורוח שושן נושבה, אבל השלח שיר בלט, זמר של אהבה. לילה יורד לאט, ורוח שושן נושבה, אבל השלח שיר הבית, זמר של אהבה. בשושנים דודי לי, דודי לי, ואני לא הרואה בשושנים דודי לי. מי זאת עוד עולה מן המדבר? מי זאת עולה מן המדבר? Oh yeah. דודי לי, ואני לא הרואה בשושנים דודי לי. לי אחותי קלה, לי ואהבתיני אחותי קלה. דודי לי, ואני לא הרואה בשושנים דודי לי.
הבאים בשם אדוני, ברכנוכם מבית אדוני. מי ידיר על הכל, מי ברוך על הכל, מי גדול על הכל, מי דגול על הכל. הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה.
May you who are here be blessed in the name of the Most High. Splendor is upon everything. Blessing is upon everything. May the one who is full of this abundance bless this groom and this bride. Dalia and Ben, welcome to your chuppah. This wedding canopy is a sacred space. Simple and beautiful, surrounded and supported by your closest friends and family. It represents every home you will create together. You have come under this chuppah for essentially one purpose, to give each other a promise, probably the most important promise of your lives. According to Jewish tradition, this space under the chuppah has existed since the creation of the world, when Adam and Eve stood together in the Garden of Eden with the angels as their witnesses. Our people has carried it with us on all of our journeys across the face of the planet, and it stands ready and waiting for each new bride and new groom. Ben and Dalia, this afternoon, in this place, it is your turn. Welcome to your chuppah. I continue now with Birkat Irusin. This is the betrothal blessing, and this blessing basically states that from this point forward, the two of you are off limits to everybody else. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot, ve'asar lanu et ha'arusot, ve'hitir lanu et ha'nesuot, lanu al yedei chuppah ve'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai, mikadesh amo Yisrael, al yedei chuppah ve'kiddushin. Can you help Dalia up with her? Just lift up the veil briefly, and you just take a sip. As you share the wine of this cup, so may you share all things from this day on with love and with understanding. And now it's time for first the ring for Ben to give to Dalia. And Ben, as you place this ring on Dalia's finger, repeat after me.
Hare,
At
at,
Mekudeshet
mekudeshet,
Li
li,
Bitaba'at
bitaba'at,
Zo
zo,
Kidat
kidat,
Moshe
Moshe,
V'Yisrael.
v'Yisrael.
By this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my wife,
as my wife,
in accordance
with the law of Moses
with the law of Moses
and the people Israel.
Now the second ring for Dalia to give to Ben. Dalia, as you place this ring. On Ben's finger, repeat after me. Hare,
הרי
ata,
אתה
mekudash,
מקודש
li,
לי
bitaba'at,
בטבעת
zo,
זו
kidat,
כדת
Moshe,
משה
v'Yisrael.
וישראל.
By this ring,
By this ring,
you are consecrated to
you
me
are consecrated to me
as my husband,
in accordance
with the law of Moses
with the law of Moses
and the people Israel.
and the people Israel.
Now I'm going to read from the ketubah, which we signed just a few minutes ago up in my office. The ketubah is the traditional Jewish wedding contract, and it goes back about 2,000 years. When it was first instituted, it was a very, very progressive document for its time. It provided the financial protection for the woman. It spelled out exactly what she was bringing with her into the wedding and what her husband was adding to that. And it stated explicitly, in case, God forbid, of the death of the husband or divorce, that this was her ketubah, her financial protection. Now, over the centuries, it's been carried down by our people. And during the past 100 years or so, there have been many new modern ketubah texts that draw on the traditional language but speak more openly of the emotional promises that bride and groom make to each other. And Ben and Dalia have chosen this very, very beautiful ketubah, which I encourage you to have a look at later on. It'll be displayed. I'm just going to read in part from the Hebrew and then in English. Be'achad b'Shabbat, b'chamisha asar yom lechodesh Tammuz, shnar chameshet alafim v'sheva ma'ot shivim v'sheva, l'briat olam leminyan anu monin she'anu monin kan b'Santa Barbara, California. Kartu hanehavim, Dalia bat Ze'ev v'Leah, umeir Lev ben Raphael v'Favel. On the first day of the week, the 15th day of the month of Tammuz, in the year 5777, corresponding to the 9th day of the month of July in the year 2017, here in Santa Barbara, California, the beloveds, Dalia Bolotnikov and Benjamin David Mazur, entered into this mutual covenant as equal partners, loving and supportive companions in life. These rings symbolize our commitment to each other as beloveds and friends before God and these witnesses. We shall treasure and respect each other with honor and integrity as we create a loving future together. May our love provide us with the determination to be ourselves and the courage to pursue our chosen path. With this ceremony, we affirm our intention to provide for each other the protections and privileges of all loving couples. May our lives be intertwined forever and be as one in tenderness and devotion. As we share life's everyday experiences, we promise to strive for an intimacy that will enable us to express our innermost thoughts and feelings, to be sensitive at all times to each other's needs, to share life's joys, and to comfort each other through life's sorrows, to challenge each other to achieve intellectual and physical fulfillment, as well as spiritual and emotional tranquility. We also promise to establish a home amid the community of Israel, committed to the creation of an all-inclusive society, a loving environment dedicated to peace, hope, and respect for all people, a family filled with love and learning, goodness and generosity, comfort and compassion. We joyfully enter into this covenant and solemnly accept its obligations. All this is valid and binding, signed by yourselves and your witnesses, Jillian and Mordechai, and me. It's already, not only is it suitable for framing, it is framed, and it's meant to be displayed prominently in your home and pointed out in moments of crisis. So, Dalia, this is officially yours. A trusted family member. Vladimir, you can set it down, it's fine. And now we continue with the Sheva Brachot, the traditional 7 wedding blessings. The cantor will chant them in Hebrew, and I'll give a word of explanation before each one. The first is a blessing over wine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. The second is a blessing for creation.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol bara lichvodo.
Amen. The third is a blessing for the creation of human beings.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer adam.
Amen. fourth is a blessing for the creation of man and woman.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et adam betzalmo, betzalem demotav nito, והתקין לו ממנו בניין עדי עד. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר אדם.
Amen. The fifth is a blessing which compares Jerusalem to a mother rejoicing in the coming together of two of her children.
תסיס ותגל הקרה, בקיבוץ פניה לתוכה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח ציון בבניה.
Amen. The sixth is a blessing which compares the two of you to Adam and Eve.
שמח תצמח רעים אהובים, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
Amen. The seventh and final blessing speaks of this moment as a small taste of the world to come, the world that we hope for, long for, are working for, a world of peace and harmony, a world in which the voices of small children and the elderly and bride and groom are heard in the streets of all of the cities of the world.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, chatan v'chala, gila rina, titza v'chedva, ahava v'achava, v'shalom v'reut, meherra Adonai Eloheinu, yishama be'arei Yehuda, uvechutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kahala. Everybody sing, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kahala. Kol המצלות חתנים ממוחפתם ומרעים ממשתה נגנתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה.
Amen. This time you'll take your veil all the way back. Go ahead. Odlo. You guys can stand a little closer together. Ben and Dalia, thus far we have been moving through the words and gestures of the traditional Jewish wedding ceremony. Everything has been more or less as it always has been for over 2,000 years. And the two of you have been standing before us as Adam and Eve, first man and first woman. Now, before concluding, let me say a few words about Ben and Dalia, this man and this woman. Ben, you have been an inspiring teacher and a brilliant builder of community for us here at CBB, for our teenagers, for our families, for our staff here at the temple, and for the young adults of Jewish Santa Barbara. You have been the strong and gentle, smart and loving man at the center, creating circles of community over and over again. This is a big part of what made Dalia fall in love with you. Early on in your friendship, she saw how easy and natural it was for you to create community, getting people into a circle, encouraging everyone to dance, moving people with your words, both the little children at Tot Shabbat and the 20-somethings at Moshe House. Dalia saw the way you lead, with love and with kindness, and that made her fall in love with you. Dalia also admires your openness to everyone. She says that her default mode has often been to just be satisfied, to not seek out new friendships, feeling sometimes that she has enough friends. But she says that you have shown her the importance of always seeking new connections and seeing everyone as a potential friend. Speaking for myself, Ben, from our very first Skype conversation, even before you came to Santa Barbara, I have been deeply impressed by your intelligence, your willingness to take risks and to experiment, your warmth and your integrity. I have learned a tremendous amount from you, Ben. I think we all have. All of your qualities, Ben, your strong intelligence, your generosity of spirit, your kindness, your gift for building community, and your ability to enter new spaces with warmth and desire to make new relationships will be great blessings for Dalia and for the children that, God willing, you will have together. Dalia is lucky to have found you. Dalia, Ben is lucky to have found you. Ben has fallen in love with your fiery soul. He says that whenever you have a feeling about anything, it is deep and passionate. Whether it is about Israel as a homeland, or your academic interests, literature, poetry, or music, or family identity, or watching West Wing, to all these topics and to all these experiences, you bring a passionate intelligence and a fierce commitment to ideas and emotion, history, and spirit. Like our biblical prophet, Devorah, who is referred to as Eshet Lapidot, a woman of flames. None of us will ever forget, Dalia, that today, in more ways than one, you are our woman of fire. Dalia, Ben also says that you have helped him grow and improve. He feels that because of you, he has become better about admitting when he is wrong. This is perhaps the most important gift that one human being can give to another, the gift of loving acceptance, which allows us to see ourselves honestly and to grow. Ben loves the fact that you have helped him to schedule his life. We all love that. And that you have helped him to focus more on the future, not only to enjoy the now, but also to plan and to envision and to create your life together. Dalia, all of your gifts, your brilliant mind, your generous heart, and your fiery soul, all of these will be wonderful blessings for Ben and your children, God willing, throughout your life together. Ben and Dalia, as I think you know, we Jews speak of the moment at Sinai, when as a people we entered into a covenant with God. We think of that moment at the beginning of our religion as a wedding. Standing together at the foot of that mountain, we were connected, all of us, to each other and to God, in love and in responsibility. Both of you, Ben and Dalia, as individuals and now as a couple, have been a force in our world for love and for responsibility. Near the end of his life, Moses described that marriage moment at Sinai, and he said, "On the day you stood before Adonai your God, you came near and stood beneath the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the heart of heaven." From the beginning, fire has been our people's most potent symbol for the divine presence. Today, Ben and Dalia, as the two of you give each other your promise, the divine presence is alive and ablaze, above us and all around us. On behalf of everyone here, thank you for giving us all this moment of hope and joy, a glimpse of the world to come, a world governed by love and responsibility. And by our presence here today, each one of us gives you our promise to support your marriage with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all of our might. And now, Because both of you have joined voluntarily in this ceremony, which binds you together in marriage, abiding by the laws of the state of California and acting in accordance with the law of Moses and the people Israel, you, Ben, and you, Dalia, are now husband and wife. And now the cantor and I will offer you a final old blessing. Come close and hold it and stand together.
Yeah, snuggle up to each other. יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you and protect you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May the face of God shine upon you and be gracious to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May the face of God be lifted up to you, and may God give you peace. Amen. And now, as a reminder, even in this moment of our greatest joy, that the world is still a broken place, and that an important purpose of your coming together today is to put it back together. We break a glass. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Get it?
Mazel tov!
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecho Yisrael. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Yehelanu.
Mazel tov, everyone.
Mazel
Now,
tov.
according to our tradition, Ben and Dalia are entitled to a few minutes alone together, which they will enjoy. And then we can all begin to make our way toward the air-conditioned inside. And we'll look forward to meeting up with Ben and Dalia in just a few minutes. Mazel tov.